guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to go ahead and take a look at our boy UUB. We're going to take him into the legendary Goku event. Now, things were busy. I didn't really have a chance to, sort of do a lot of these supplementary videos on characters like UUB and stuff like that. UUB is very decent, obviously. He is an EZA unit, a free-to-play EZA unit. They made him very strong in certain specific circumstances, right? One of those circumstances is fighting a Goku enemy. So, of course, boom, legendary Goku event, right? And this UUB is going to be really, really good, considering he's going to be able to guard against a Goku enemy, right? So, again, we're going to be sitting here just guarding the whole time, and then UUB is going to slowly be building up his attack as we're going through the entire event as well. And then don't forget that UUB does build up key attack and defense at the start of each turn. Very similar to AJL LR Gohan. It's actually the exact same ability that AJL LR Gohan has. It's just obviously UUB's is like, it's a smaller, like, for Gohan, he gets like a smaller buff at the start of each turn, but he's already like a summonable LR and stuff like that. And Gohan has other like attack and defensive means, whereas UUB, that's like basically his whole passive. The other thing too about UUB is that he does get another 100% attack buff if he gets hit first before he attacks. So it just is one of these units where this UUB is really, really good, provided you're using him against basically a Goku enemy or a World Tournament category enemy. Those are like the two conditions. Okay, well, see, okay, perfect, right here. We actually have a situation where we're not going to get our boys full passive, because he's not going to get hit before he attacks, right? Not really a big deal. Because, again, we're going to see him put up, yeah, so that's a very low attack set right there, 500k. I guess okay, so I like that not only is he building up his attack and defense, though, but he is building up ki at the start of every turn. Units that do that, I'm telling y'all, that goes under the radar for a lot of units, right? Like, I feel like people sometimes will look at, like, the EGL, or excuse me, sometimes people will look at like Tech Ultimate Gohan, right? And they sort of just come to the conclusion like, oh, he links bad, he's gonna struggle for ki, and then the team struggles for ki and stuff like that. But that's not all the way true, because the Tech Ultimate Gohan, he builds up ki at the start of each turn, very similar to, again, what like UUB does here, or what AGL LR Gohan does as well, right? So building up just even a couple of ki as turns go on, that is very, very helpful. And the most difficult content in the game currently is extreme category Super Battle Road, right? Where these fights, they have the difficulty of extreme Super Battle Road, like, the stages that are on global, but the only difference is that these stages can go, 10 to 15 turns long. So units like Ultimate Gohan, this Frieza, the Transforming Angel Frieza are really, really good. All right, so let's see what UUB is here in terms of defense. He's at 76k. I mean, now we're working a little bit better with the physical 50% support Gohan around also. That is one more thing about UUB, right? Is that he is going to struggle a little bit because of his links. He has very, very wonky links. We know about the link update, which really rewards characters that link very well, right? That's another criticism that Tech Ultimate Gohan gets. But things like, okay, so UUB has like Tough as Nails, right? Very good at level 10. 20% defense and 5% damage reduction. Very, very strong link. But like, who are you going to get that with, right? Like, because I guess with Tech LR UUB is it. But it does suck because physical UUB is not on Majin Power. So I guess the sort of the distinction they had there for Majin Power was like the actual like absorbing with Fat Boo or whatever it is that he does. Like that's the part where they're like, okay, so that like merits this unit being added to the Majin Power team, because like I kind of feel like you could probably this physical UUB, should he be on Majin Power? Maybe, right? But all these other Tough as Nails characters, like, like Physical Nappa, Raccoon, Kid Broly, Topo, like Yamu and Spopovich. There you go. That's the one unit. So we could have brought Yamu and Spopovich, I guess, on a Boo Saga team. Tough as Nails. I mean, that little 5% damage reduction is very nice, especially on a unit that's already guarding and building up his defense to a very acceptable level. That would make UUB quite good at that point. But then he's got other shit like World Tournament Reborn, Revival is not a horrible link, but the problem is it's basically still just 2 key. You know, you get the 5% attack and defense and then 5% HP regeneration, but that's when HP is 50% or less. Like, it sucks. Like, that link should have been 2 key, 5% attack and defense, and 5% HP regen, just at 100% HP. Links, I think it's a big mistake to have links have restrictions like that. HP restrictions, they don't need it. At level 10, you get links to level 10, you don't need restrictions at that point. All right, so UUB is now up to 87k. Not the greatest, but we're getting there. Now, keep in mind, this is what, UUB's 3rd turn. So he does still have 1 more turn, and he's going to have his full passive active, where he's going to have 4 key, and then 120% attack and defense. Now, his attack stat is getting to a pretty decent level, considering that was without him having his full passive active. But, again, I do have him with 50% support Gohan, too. We don't want to lose track of that. By the time I get to Str Ui Goku, I probably will float off that 50% Gohan, too. I don't want to run him probably against that Str Ui Goku on rotation. And then we have so many other, like, you know, stacking units and stuff like that here. You know, we've got Bardock, Vegeta, all of these characters, right, who are going to be able to stack and then just generally be very, very strong. And I'm not really, like, I'm not really worried too much about, like keeping any specific rotation. Again, I'm just going to sort of, like, swap these characters around, let them build up their defense. You know, that AGL Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, you know, we want him to get hit a couple of times to help build up his defense. Just keep continually doing that, right? And then eventually maybe I'll transform one of the Angel Friezas, and then we'll have the 2 of them go side by side, right? I do absolutely adore this Angel Frieza, by the way. I do have him at full level 10 links now, and, you know, he is a beast of a unit. So, okay, let's see how UUB will do right here. So this is him now with his full passive. Okay, wow, he's under 100k with his full passive. Damn. I mean, if we had him at full level 10 links, he'd be, I think, over 100k defense. Because what are the 2 links he has? It's I think he has Revival and Shattering the Limit with this Gohan. Shattering the Limit, of course, does give attack and defense as you level up. But I don't know if it'll give him enough to crack over 100k right there, but sure, we'll take a look at this. Now, remember that UUB is guarding, so he's not really going to be taking damage whatsoever. So we'll go ahead and play this turn out, and then we'll probably skip over to the Tech God Goku. Okay, so yep, double digits. I mean, that's the thing. He's probably not going to take damage at any point, like, unless he gets super attacked for the rest of this event, because Guard is a ridiculous ability. Like, I feel like people do underrate how powerful Guard is, honestly. So, okay. There we go. There's UUB, you know, going up against the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Again, let's go now to the Tech God Goku and see how our boy UUB handles that over there. All right, so now we're going up against Tech God Goku. So as we're going through, we're going to continually see UUB start to get very, very impressive numbers, right? As that attack continually stacks. So he stacks attack. He is done building up his attack and defense from his passive, but we are going to just continue to see these attack numbers get higher and higher and higher as the fight goes on. And then, of course, the other thing, too, is I'm not exactly running like a ridiculously offensive setup right here, so we are moving through the event rather slowly. So that's going to enable UUB to get more and more stacks, so he'll look better and better by the time we get to the end of it. And then, of course, you know, having the guard ability, we don't have to worry about his type disadvantage against Str Ui Goku either. So, of course, that's going to be very, very good to not have to worry about Str Ui Goku in that manner. Alright, so now we're going up against Blue Goku. Again, 98k defense, that's where UUB is going to be sitting, so that's not honestly going to be good enough, I think, if we're talking about events where UUB doesn't have his guard, right? Because that's him after he has 4 turns, right? Because the 4 key and the 30% attack and defense at the start of every turn. So if you're going to use UUB, you got to make sure it's against a Goku enemy or a World Tournament category enemy. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the way he's designed, because rather than make him just like okay or mediocre against like every enemy in the game, they made him specialized, which I think I prefer, because like this is a free-to-play unit. It's not a summonable unit, right? But for the Legendary Goku event, UUB is like summonable unit level, right? For sure. So like I like that. It's kind of like that Int Frieza, the Int Frieza EZA, which Global has not gotten yet. That guy is insane because they made him absolutely ridiculously OP against Goku family category enemies. I like that. I don't mind units being restricted like that if they're then god level in exchange, and that's what we've gotten, I think, with Oob, with his guard ability. Like, you know, that guard is so strong. People underrate guard all the time, and Oob, I think, he's impressive, man. No doubt about it. All right, so we're against Str Ui Goku. This, of course, is where we get the true challenge. At least that's the way it usually would be. But we're not really going to have to worry about Goku because of the fact that Oob has guard. Again, guard is pretty insane. I can actually set it up to where Gohan should be okay as well, because we're able to get him a lot of orbs. Well, actually, he's only at 128k defense. That's not the... 128k defense is actually really not that great. Here, I'm going to go ahead and transform with Bardock as well to get a little extra damage in. I probably should have left Bardock on rotation, but I did want to see Oob's good attack stat by having him in slot 1, right? So we're just going to go ahead and do that. All right, so now our boy Bardock is out here. And we can go ahead and let him do a attack right here. All right, go ahead, Bardock. All right, so let's see how we do. Gohan will probably take a lot of damage, but I don't think... Oh, okay, that's fine. This will be 100k maybe? Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely acceptable. Like, if you're only going to take 100k damage from, like, UI Goku supers, but not take anything else, you're good. And, I mean, he's not taking double digits, actually, with... That's with Gohan next to him. But that is under 10k, which is enough, right? That is definitely enough to get the job done. The bigger concern is that Gohan is going to take some damage right here. Because he have only 128k defense. Yeah, that's definitely not good enough. Alright, so there was Oob against Str Ui Goku. He's taking a little bit more damage than I would like, but we saw the damage numbers he take from both the super attack and normal. Now let's go ahead and move on to the... Yeah, let's go to Int Ui Goku, and let's see how we can fare against Int Ui Goku now. Obviously, I mean, that's where Oob is going to completely dominate, right? I mean, already being a physical type, having guard, you know, everything he's going to do. Guard will actually allow Oob to defend a little bit better against Goku, right? Well, no, because they are both super class. Because, you know, remember, there is a little minor attack buff you get as a super class attacking an extreme class or extreme class attacking a super class, but both Oob and Goku are super class, so whatever. Alright, so now we make it to Int Ui Goku, and here's where we can have our boy Oob, again, pretty much completely dominate. Let's see what attack set he's gotten to. Now, again, I have gone through this pretty damn slow. We are on turn 24 right here, so I do expect Oob to hit very, very hard after Goku kind of hits him right there, giving us a full passive. Wow, even Int Ui Goku, yeah, he's still taking a little bit of damage there. Okay. 3.54, not bad. Not bad at all by our boy Oob. But there he is. Again, if you know you're going up against a Goku enemy or a World Tournament enemy, this Oob certainly can be a solid option in pretty much any event. Because guard is always going to be good. But, I mean, if it's a super short event, maybe Oob's defense wouldn't be high enough. Because, again, like, we were looking at Oob with the 50% support Gohan next to him. Really, you know, giving him an extra 50% defense, which is a lot, right? If not for that, Gohan, Oob would have been taken over 10k, probably from both of the UI Gokus. So that would have been a little bit unfortunate. But let me know what you guys think of our boy Oob. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.